everyone, it's Michelle from Scrap Secrets, and welcome to Case the Fellow Team Tiny Creator Hop. I'll talk a little bit more about the hop as we go along, but today I cased Lauren from Lauren Taylor Made. I'll have all her info linked below. She made these adorable lunchbox notes for her daughter Abby, which I'll talk a little bit about as we go through the video, and I wanted to make a card very similar to her lunchbox notes. So I used a couple of Honeybee products. I used the Honeybee Making Waves dies. I used one of those. I used the Honeybee Stitched Square dies that you see in the picture. I used Sunny Studio Stamps Polar Playmates and Sugar Pea Designs Eskimo Kisses. Now I took that Stitched Square die and ran it through my Cuttlebug and got the design on there, the stitch on there. Then I took the bottom of it and ran the bottom through as well because we were going to be creating two pieces out of it. I also ran some white cardstock through it, and you'll see what I did in a minute. I also took the wave die and cut the bottom of this out. Now I was going to make two cards, but I ran out of time because I'm such a last minute crafter. So I will do that in another video. So I'll kind of do two videos casing Lauren. So now I'm using Kindred Stamps Glitter Gloss in Fairy Dust, which is new to me. And this is a Falling Snow stencil by Honeybee Designs. I'm just scraping off the excess. I wanted a real thin layer because one, I didn't have a lot of time, and two, I wanted it to dry fairly quickly. I didn't want a lot of dimension on the card. So I just used that, I washed everything off, and now I'm going on to the stamping. Now you'll see me stamp out some images that I'm not going to use. I'm going to use them for the other card that I will be making. Used Catherine Pooler Midnight ink to ink up the images, and then Copic markers to color all the images. I wanted to keep within the browns and, I'm sorry, not browns, grays, blues, and then a little bit of orange. So you can see here, this piece of ice, I'm not actually going to use that. And I used Copic markers BG10, B00. Those were for the ice, and you'll also see I used some of those for the igloo. I probably could have cut this out because I didn't use it in here, but I just wanted to show you guys how I colored. I'll probably put this in the other video too. And now I'm taking a colorless blender from Premier by Nicole. I got this at AC Moore a long time ago, and just blending out those lines a little bit. So that was B00 Frost Blue. Now I'm going into the igloo and using BG10 to do the snow, and then I'll go back in with B00 and do the ice. So while I'm coloring these in, let's talk a little bit about the hop. So I chose Lauren from Lauren Taylor Made because I love her creations. She has some of the cutest critter cards. She does a lot of interactive cards. So if you want to learn how to do that, I would definitely recommend following her. She also crafts with her daughter Abby, who is absolutely adorable. I have a niece that's the same age as her. I'm assuming she's the same age because she said she's going into first grade, which the twins are, and I watch them once a week and craft with them all the time. They ask for me to craft with them, so I just thought it was very appropriate to case Lauren because she loves crafting with Abby. I love crafting with the girls. She does cutesy styles. I generally do a lot with cute critters, so I decided that Lauren would be the perfect person for me to case. Now, I didn't have all the supplies that she used in her video, which again will be linked down below along with her YouTube channel, so please make sure you check it out and subscribe to her because you'll love her content. If you like mine, you will love hers. So I'm just going in now, with a little of that BG10 to pull out a little of that B00 color. And this isn't traditionally the way I color, but I just thought it ended up looking really cute. So anyway, back to Lauren from Lauren Taylor Made. She has a lot of, like I said, interactive videos on her channel, so I think you really should check them out. And please also use the hashtag that is listed in the video description to see everybody else's out. There were a ton of people that cased another Team Tiny crafter, and I can't wait to see what everybody does on the hop. So now I am getting ready to color in the penguins, and I'm using N6 and N8. I'm just using N6 first to shade in the darkest areas, and then I'll go back in with the N8, use some flicking motions, and color in the rest of the penguin. So while you're just watching me color, I will tell you a little bit about Team Tiny. Our channels are for under 1,000 subscribers, so mostly brand new artists, and it's a way for us to collaborate and get our channels out there. The great thing about channels under 1,000 subscribers are they're not monetized, so there are 0 ads while you're watching it. So you can watch the whole video straight through without having those annoying ads pop up. It is a perk of being able to have over 1,000 subscribers to watch the videos or have the ads on there, but ours don't have any. So just wanted to let you guys know that. So please follow along with the hop, like, comment, subscribe. It really means a lot to us because we are working very hard on our channels and trying to provide new great content for everyone. Okay, so back to the card, we are going to be using BG72 for the scarf. Now I can't really tell, I think it's the scarf that's kind of tying them together, and I think that's what's in between them, or that's how I interpreted it. So we are using BG72, and then I believe I use BG01 to go back in there and blend that out. I think that's the color that I chose, or did I choose B00? I can't remember. I'm sorry. If I can see it on the screen, or if I put it up there, I'm sorry about that, guys. I tried to be really good and keep all of my markers to the side this time, so I used one of the colors that I previously used because I wanted to kind of tie everything together and leave the same colors in. Now you're gonna see I do the beaks and the feet in a minute, and that is YR16 and Y38. I got a little bit of the blue in the belly of that penguin, so I just used my Color Splendor to push it back out, and now I am using C0 to just go over the faces and the bellies, because anything that is white still in nature will have a shadow to it. So you want to add either a little bit of a blue, a gray, like something very, very light, even purple you can add, and just to create a little bit of shadows. And then I'm going to color in this little guy at the very top. He is going to go on the inside of our card, using the same exact colors that I used in the other penguins just to tie them in together, but I thought it was so cute because you can't see him. And then let's see, that is that's that same color that I used. Oh, BG01, got it. So that was the color of the scarf. I used BG72 and BG01, which is what I think I said. Again, coloring this guy in the same way. C0 for the little puff ball on the end, and then the hat. So I generally don't leave all my coloring in. I did this time because I forgot to turn the camera off, and then I was kind of lazy editing. You will see at the very end, I thought I hit record and it didn't record, and then when I hit stop, it actually recorded a bunch of stuff that I didn't want. So you won't see the very end, but there's a ton of pictures that I took, so I'll walk you through the very end of it. Just want to say while I'm coloring and you guys are watching, thank you so much for joining us in this hop. It really means a lot to everyone, and everyone has taken a lot of time and energy and creativity in putting into their videos of casing a crafter that they like their style of, or want to try something out that maybe they don't do. So please follow along with us. We really appreciate any feedback and comments. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to put the pieces together, and here's where I make a mistake because I used the wrong piece. I was like, wait a second, I know that I put the stitch border on the bottom. Yeah, I used the wrong piece. That totally wasn't for this one, but after I glue the card down, I realize it. So I'm going to cut off the little excess. I'm going to put it onto the black card base. I think that it looks so nice with the black, it just pops off of it. And then there's that little piece of the glitter gloss on the side that got stuck, or that was kind of like hanging off the edge. So I'm going to glue this down without even realizing, and I'm thinking something looks wrong, but I can't figure out what it is. And I put it down. I glue down the igloo, I glue down the penguins, and then I look at the bottom, and I think you even see me like go, like put my hand over the bottom and realize, oh, there's no stitching here. So I eventually have to pull it back up, use the other piece. So I ruined that piece. I'll have to cut another one for the other card. There you go. I'll have to cut another one for the other card. But you know, I realized that it's missing the stitching, but yet I still glue everything down. So I'm using my MFT On Point Precision Glue to glue things down. Now Lauren doesn't seem to, I don't know if she doesn't, I wouldn't say she doesn't make mistakes, but these kind of mistakes are not in her videos. So anyway, so I fixed it, and I think the camera had died, or maybe I did it after this. So I'm gluing down the interior piece. I just cut a piece of white cardstock down to fit in there, and then I'm going to glue the little penguin guy inside. I'm going to leave the inside of it blank because I'm not really sure what I wanted to have the inside say. I do stamp on the outside. There's Snow One Like You in Distress Oxide in Broken China. And that's it. Here's a picture of the card. There's the inside. I apologize that I didn't get the rest of the video, but you guys kind of know how it goes. Here's some close-ups of the igloo, the penguin, and the card. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below, and I will see you again real soon for another video.